I mean, what is wrong with them? This is absurd. What is happening here is not governing. Just so everyone is clear, all of this should have been done months ago. And doing it now, 4 days before shutdown, and having no plan to avoid a shutdown is incompetence, pure and simple. I mean, Mr. Speaker, what kind of twisted values would make someone think it's a good idea to cut taxes on billionaires, but it's a bad idea to fund WIC, a program that saves money, a program that helps women, infants, and children? Madam Speaker, I will yield myself the remaining time. Madam Speaker, this is the theater of the absurd. The gentleman comes down here and talks about the border. Once again, his bill defunds border security. How does he propose to secure the border? Through volunteerism? And I'm so sick of listening to Republicans rant and rave about spending. Joe Biden has added $1.8 trillion to the national debt. That's a fact. Donald Trump, the last Republican president, he added $8.2 trillion. Trump added as much in 4 years as his predecessor did in 8. And Republicans added $2 trillion to the debt with their tax cuts for the rich. And now the so-called pro-life party has the nerve to try to cut WIC, the Women, Infants, Children's Program, which helps provide food to new moms and very young children. Now let me explain this to the gentleman from Texas and to my Republican colleagues. Cutting funding for WIC means more malnourished babies. Malnourished babies end up needing expensive health care. Who pays the bill? Medicaid, taxpayers. In fact, according to USDA, every dollar spent on WIC means $3 in taxpayers' savings. All of these appropriation bills that are being brought to the floor at this last minute are so extreme that Republicans in the Senate won't even support them. These bills shouldn't go over to the Senate. They should go to a shredder. Republicans want to gut programs that help seniors, gut programs that help students, gut programs that help working people. And instead of trying to do anything that helps anyone, they're obsessed with banning pride flags from flying at our embassies. I just saw a tweet from a reporter about conference calls that are going on amongst Republican members where Republicans are warning each other about getting their list of priorities straight, trying to figure out, how you get to a deal, if you can get to a deal. They're saying we need some organization. You're just having those conference calls now? Come on. Now let me just say, it is clear that my Republican friends have no idea at all what they are doing. It is clear they have no plan to get us out of this mess. So move out of the way and let serious people on both sides of the aisle do what we have to do to clean up the GOP's mess and keep government funded. The Senate right now has come to a bipartisan compromise. Hallelujah, that's a good thing. They're trying to avoid a shutdown that my friends on the other side of the aisle in this chamber don't seem to think is a big deal. You will know it is a big deal when you shut the government down and your constituents start calling and complaining about not getting paid, about the services that are being cut. You will hear loud and clear from your constituents, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans. So now is time for the adults in the room to figure this out. The Senate has given us a way forward. We should take it. And when my friends say that, we need more time to figure all this out, what have you been doing for months? What have you been doing? Come on. Enough of this nonsense. Enough about the talk about shutdowns. Work together in a bipartisan way. Work in the way that our constituents expect us to work to get things done, not to shut things down, not to tear things apart, not to blow things up. And look, at the end of the day, we have our policy differences. And when I look at these appropriation bills, I can say honestly to my friends, we don't share the same values. I mean, I don't understand how you can gut food and nutrition programs. I don't even understand how you can cut border security. I don't get the thinking behind all of that. But that's your problem to work out. In the meantime, let's come together, let's do the right thing, let's keep this government open, and with that, I yield back my time.